We know that babies that are born at home or in primary birthing units have far less intervention. Denmark has proven it beyond doubt, and they're closing hospitals and opening primary birthing units. Sadly, in New Zealand, we seem to be closing primary birthing units and having to open more hospital beds.
The Southern DHB have released their new primary maternity strategy, which focuses on creating some new child and maternal hubs, but it has resulted in the closure of our local birthing unit in Lumsden.
This is Lumsden Maternity Unit that until about the 15th of April was a functioning primary birthing unit. Unfortunately, there's no further funding, and so it's closed, and it has quite a significant impact on the community.
This means that women from Te Anau now face a drive of at least 90 minutes in labour, or up to 2 hours if they choose to go to Invercargill. There are options in either Gore or Winton, but it's a lot further. And the main risk that we're concerned about is women birthing on the side of the road.
I spend about 10 weeks per year in the car, just driving around. That's before I'm even seeing women. So Northern Southland and Fiordland are the areas that I cover, and it's a huge geographical area. And with Lumsden closing, it's become increasingly more stressful.
Last year, just in the first 6 months in Lumsden, we had 38 babies, and 15 of those were born within the first half an hour of arriving. Well, those are going to be on the side of the road, aren't they?
I gave birth to 2 of my children at Lumsden Maternity Centre. My 3rd child was complicated by shoulder dystocia, which is where the shoulders get stuck. It is an emergency situation. You've got about 5 minutes to get that baby out before you start running the risk of brain damage. Had that happened at the side of the road, there's a high chance that my baby would have died and that I would also have been at risk. So this is personal for me as well as professional.
The DHB, said that they closed Lumsden to make it more equitable for women and midwives with having a hub in Te Anau and Lumsden, and to make it more sustainable for us to work, but it's making it more unsustainable. So Kate had some complications last time, so this time we'll be planning on having a birth in Invercargill Hospital. So it means that, early on in the labour, Kate needs to make that trip down the road.
Yeah, it's not really an option for us to go and stay in Invercargill for days or weeks before, just having a young child and our own business up here. So we will go down when labour starts.
Rural women are very isolated. We've already got a lack of services, and they're just withdrawing even more services.
This place here is the Fiordland Health Centre, where I work as a GP. We're in the small town of Te Anau.
And this is the triage room here. And we still haven't got the big emergency resuscitation for infants or the proper birthing bed that will have the bottom taken off the bottom. Yeah, so they haven't arrived yet, or the CTG machine.
The hubs were never intended to be birthing units. They're only supposed to be equipped for emergency births.
We're not set up for an emergency birth at this stage. There are no emergency drugs available. They were supposed to be delivered today, but they haven't been. And this has been ongoing since the beginning of April.
I don't believe that as rural midwives we are being supported at the moment. The services are stretched to the max.
Unfortunately, I think something terrible is going to happen. I do. And that's one reason I've moved. I'm out of it.
I'm quite angry about it, to be honest. It's just not fair. Just not fair. The population deserves better. It's not just mums and babies. It's fathers, it's children, it's grandparents. I've got to go.